what's going on here, guys? It's your boy Jimmy back another reaction video. We're gonna Taylor Swift reaction. Today, we're gonna be finally doing the Folklore Long Pond Studio Sessions reaction. This is long overdue. I know. I apologize for being so late, but here we are now. Before we discuss this, if you guys want to see this full on unedited version, uncut and everything, our Patreon is best bet for you guys to do that. The link will be down below. But yeah, I reacted to about 4 songs from this album already, if I'm not mistaken. Possibly it could be 5, but for sure there's 4 that I know of off the top. And yeah, I'm interested in seeing cause from a couple of them I seen she broke down at the beginning of the song, and then she would go through the song. So you kind of get it just her mindset and her mind frame doing it, which I kind of enjoy. So I'm hoping that's all throughout this and wasn't just for those few songs that I reacted to. Yeah, man, I'm kind of excited just for the next 2 hours. We're about to get into the docu-series, and hey, docu-series, it's not a docu-series, it's a documentary, I guess. Or is it just a movie? I don't know, you guys let me know what it is, but yeah. Taylor Swift Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions. Let's get into this. Before we get into the video, hit the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on, and let's go. Birds chirping.
I sort of unexpectedly started writing the new album. It just became an album really quickly. I'm gonna do vocals today in my house.
Oh, I can see her cats behind her. Meredith, and what else is the other cat name? I can't remember. Oh, the detective something. I can't remember.
Holy shit. It's like you're right there, but instead you're in New York.
Wow, so she's always in the studio? That is kind of crazy. And I thought at least once or twice she would do it at home, maybe. Oh, this is her 8th studio? Goodness gracious. Taylor. Oh, this is the first time you get to play it together? That's tough.
When lockdown happened, I just found myself completely listless and purposeless, and that was in the first 3 days of it. My label was like, whatever you want to make, we're down.
Of course, it's Taylor Swift. As soon as you realize you're Taylor Swift, you can say whatever you want and it goes.
Turned out that everybody needed a good cry, as well as us.
Okay, the one, I've reacted to this one already.
I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit. I thought I saw you at the bus stop, I didn't though. I hit the Sunday matinee. I guess you never know. But it would have been fun if you would have been the one. I have this dream you're doing cool shit. You know the greatest loves of all time are over now.
Yeah, I feel I've already reacted to this, so I don't really want to go too deep, but yeah, that song's still one of my favorites from this album. Oh man, it immediately clicked back to me the words. So I started singing along a little bit. I'm yeah, she did her thing with that one. And yeah, basically she was just a lost love. You know what I mean? Could have been the one. You know, would have been the one if she had it her way.
Opening the album with the words, I'm doing good, I'm on some new shit, and saying yes instead of no. You're updating a former lover on what your life is like now. And
vintage tea, brand new phone. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But baby, kiss it better, right? Your heartbeat on the high line, once in 20 lifetimes. You put me on and said I was your favorite.
Nah, man, her pen. That's something special. What I got from this song is basically she was speaking about I guess a first love, and then also kind of a first heartbreak almost too. You know what I mean? That was pretty dang good. I like that. I'll put the star next to that one. I like that one.
this is a real damn blast.
Real damn blast. Oh, we're already moving on to track 3?
When you sent me the track for Last Great American Dynasty, been wanting to write a song about Rebecca Harkness since 2013.
Who's Rebecca Harkness?
Becca rode up on the afternoon train, and the town said, how did a middle-class divorcee do it? There goes the last great American dynasty. They say she was seen on occasion, pacing the rocks, staring out at the midnight sea. Holiday house sat quietly on that beach, and then it was bought by me.
Huh. I just read that. See, that was the first time hearing that one, like, for sure, too. From watching her Eras tour, is it a documentary or movie? Whatever you call it. She did stay how, like, when she did, I think she did, like, probably 2 or 3 songs from this album. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But she did say how, like, she liked to be creative at sometimes, and sometimes she'll write a song from someone else's perspective. So I'm assuming she wrote this one in, like, a perspective of Rebecca Harkness, who I found out was a composer herself, so, like, that's pretty dope. And then I also read that Taylor now lives in her mansion, and she said that in the song, so that was pretty dope. that article didn't lie to me. Exile. I read to this one. I like this one.
There's been a lot of discussion about William Bowery and his identity. It's not a real person.
It's not?
Jack.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was somebody for real. That's funny.
William Bowery is Joe, as we know. And I kept thinking this isn't really going to happen. Like, Justin is going to change his mind about this.
She's too humble.
And in honey, with his arms around your body.
Maybe I didn't hear this one.
And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending.
Ooh. Okay, Justin.
Second, third, and 100th chances. Those eyes add insult to injury. I'm not your problem anymore.
So step right out. You didn't even hear me out. I never learned to read your mind. I couldn't talk. I think I've seen this film before.
Whoever cut and edited that part did a good job. If you had your eyes closed into that, you'll think they were in the same room, like, singing to each other. That was pretty dang good. But I thought I've read it to something. I don't think I have now. Like, this sounded way different. But yeah, my gist of it is that, like, it's a song basically how 2 exes who, like, probably just broke up, maybe, like, is fresh. In a sense, don't know how long a fresh breakup is to some of y'all. But and then they see each other out and about. You know what I mean? That line she said, it had double meaning to it. What was it? Something about I've seen this film before. I was something about the side door. It was something she said like that. Like that meaning, it literally. I was like, ooh, I like that line a lot. Dang it, I can't remember exactly how it went. I want to butcher it. Okay, I know this one for sure. My tears Ricochet.
Chronologically, that's the first thing. I wrote that one alone. I think one of the saddest songs on the album. It's a song about somebody could be your most trusted person in your life, and then they could go and become your worst enemy.
That is scary.
Writing this song, it kind of occurred to me that in all of the superhero stories, hero's greatest nemesis is the villain that used to be his best friend.
Nah, that's a bar.
It's interesting that it's the first one that happened because I think it became a huge theme on the album.
Oh, sure, this one first. I always wonder how they put them in order. And, like, how, like, what's the song that made them think, oh, album time? You know? It's dope that this is the one that started it all.
We gather here, we line up, weeping in a sunlit room.
I love this song.
Till my dying day, to go with grace.
My favorite line coming up.
And if I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake? Look at how my tears ricochet. You know I didn't want to have to haunt you, but what a ghostly scene. 'Cause when I'd fight, you used to tell me I was brave. And I can go anywhere I want, just not home.
that's a very powerful song. I'm kind of gonna reiterate what they said and what I said at the beginning of the song before I started, because like I don't really gotta break this one down. They told about what it was, basically the gist of it before the song started. But first of all, the line had she said, "We gather stones, never knowing what they'll mean. Some to throw, some to make diamond, some to make a diamond ring." Like, that just brought me back to like what they said at the beginning, how like you never know, like the one person you confide into, or like, you know what I mean, they know all your secrets, things like that, can one day become your worst enemy. And so that line right there made me think of that. We gather stones, never knowing what they'll mean. But yeah, that is a very tough situation to like just know. I mean, not knowing that the person you're confiding to can become your enemy, but then like the fact that this was the first song she wrote, and it's kind of like the theme of the album is pretty, like that just makes it seem like even crazier to me, because like I always wondered, like when an artist does an album, like that first song usually is like the tone, you know what I mean? And so the fact that this was the tone of it, it kind of all makes sense now a lot, and I like that a lot. Mirrorball.
They reflect light. They are broken a million times, and that's what makes them so shiny. We have people like that in society too, and every time they break, it entertains us. I wrote this song right after I found out all my shows were canceled.
Taylor's deep. Here we go, hold you. Goodness gracious. How Mirrorball came into, oh man.
I'm a mirrorball. When no one is around, my dear, shining just for you. But I'm still on my tallest tiptoes. I can change everything about me to fit in. I'm still trying everything to keep you looking at me.
I think it's dope to like get into her headspace and like why she wrote the song. So she said she wrote this when she found out like all her shows were canceled, and it started, I guess that made her think about like, you know, I mean, her journey, maybe like her journey to fame, which is pretty dope. But yeah, man, I just I feel like they broke it down at the beginning of it before the song started, so there's no need for me to break it down. But yeah, I agree. Like, some people are not okay, like once the spotlight's not on them anymore, you know? And she said she's in the circus trying to draw your attention. What did she say? Crap. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm still trying to keep you looking at me. Like, when basically, metaphorically, if the mirror breaks and like everything's not reflected around you, are you content with that? Or do you still need people to adore you and admire you and fantasize about you? Taylor is deep. She's deep. Track 7 is titled 7.
Yeah, so the
What is it
idea
now?
is, you know, please picture me before I learned civility.
Please picture me in the swing over the creek. I was too scared to jump in. Sweet tea in the summer, cross your heart, won't tell no other. Your braids make a pattern, love you to the moon and to Saturn. Please picture me in the weeds.
Yeah, that's basically about like, it was a reminiscent of her childhood, or a childhood, but she's up at the ring, so I'm going to assume she's reminiscent of her childhood. And like, I guess trying to figure out like when did the innocence and like the mindset of just a child mindset, like when did that like disappear? You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, you don't take anything like too serious. You don't, like, you know what I mean? Your imagination is wild. You know what I mean? She's talking about pirates and things like that. Like, you know, like when did that end? Is basically what I'm getting from this.
In my head, I think Betty and James ended up together. But like, August was obviously about the girl that James had this summer with. And then he goes back to Betty.
Salt air and the rust on your door. But I can see it's lost in the memory. August slipped away into a moment in time. August slipped away like a bottle of wine. I remember thinking I had you.
Oh. Star. You said she back to front of the mic. Oh man, I like this. I get that one a star. I wanted to talk about, like, she said she had a lyric for a while that she wanted to use and she never had a chance to, and this song brought it up. It starts making me think, like, how, like, I wonder, does she just like have like a bunch of lyrics that like she has, she wrote down, but she just can't use them because like the song isn't perfect yet that she wanted to go to. She has to, right? Probably like a booklet of them. If y'all know, y'all can let me know in the comments if like she spoke on that or something. I don't know, but like that's just crazy to me to think that way. And then I started thinking, like, how many artists do stuff like that? But this song, if she didn't speak in the beginning and say like it was basically about a girl named August and you know what I mean, all these things, a summer fling, love triangle type thing, I would have literally just thought like August was just like a time period. You know what I mean? Like she kept saying August slipped away. Wait, let me not butcher the words. August slipped away in a moment of time. Yeah, that's what she kept saying, and it that just made me think, like, you know what I mean, August is a summer month, so like, you know what I mean, summer slipped away from us and things like that. When she said, "What you call me when school started," you know what I mean? Like, I would have just thought that. I didn't put together like it was like a perspective of another person who was like in love with someone, but that was already thinking of someone else. There's also a song going around that kind of reminds me of this. It's going viral on TikTok. I can't remember the name of it though. I haven't, like, you know what I mean, listened to the full thing, but yeah, okay.
No one pats them on the back every day, but every day they are actively fighting something.
You have no idea how hard it is to get to the point where you guys think is still shitty.
Man, they are deep.
I've been having a hard time adjusting. I didn't know if you'd care if I came back. I have a lot of regrets about that. This is me trying. All of my cages were mental, so I got wasted like all my potential. I was so ahead of the curve became a sphere. Fell behind all my classmates and I ended up here. I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. At least I'm trying. You're a flashback and a film reel on the one screen in my town. I just wanted you to know that this is me trying.
Man, that song is amazing. Like, just because, like, the way they talk about the beginning of it, you know? Like, you don't know how hard someone's trying. And, like, how close they are to breaking down from trying so hard. And to you, it doesn't seem like they're trying, but, like, that's the best they can do. And everyone's felt that way in some shape or form. Doesn't have to be as deep as what they're being, but, like, you know what I mean? You ever, like, there's gotta be something in your life where, like, you tried your hardest and you just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Everyone's saying you're not trying, but, like, this is literally all you can do. Hey, man, yeah, that's a great song right there.
This was the first let go of that need to be 100% autobiographical, because I think I felt like I needed to do that on its own merit without it just being, oh, people are listening to this because it tells them something that they could read in a tabloid.
Make sure nobody sees you leave the road less traveled by. And that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and longing stares. A drug that only worked the first few hundred times.
Dang, Illicit Affairs. I like how she basically said it, like, this is her just being creative. You know what I mean? Like, no one had to really, like, dig deep and try to figure out who this is about, anything like that. Like, there's not gonna be like a tabloid expose or anything like that. Like, this is just her being creative. I like that a lot. Dang it. Once again, there was a line I wanted to repeat, but I took the lyrics off my phone. Yeah, I can't remember the line, but yeah, that was a pretty decent song. Illicit Affairs. I'm actually gonna put a star next to that one too.
I kind of love the romantic idea that every step you're taking one step closer to where you're supposed to be.
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read in Centennial Park. Turn, curious, turn. Give me no compasses, give me no tying you to me.
Invisible String. I think I wrecked this little kid. The title sounds familiar. But once again, she said, oh my goodness, where's the line? Why do I keep doing this? I gotta start writing down. Anyway, I can't remember the line. Yeah, the song they spoke on it already. It's about fate and how your past can lead to your future, like the things that made you who you are, you know. And she's basically saying like it's crazy how like all this time, speaking of fate, like there's a visible line leading you to me. You didn't get to me yet, but like, you know what I mean, now that you're here, you can like reflect on it and realize like all that stuff brought you to me. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Mad Woman, the first time I heard that piano, it's got these sort of ominous strings underneath it, and I was like, oh, this is female rage.
What did you think I'd say to that? Just a scorpion sting when fighting back. She smiled, what does she mouth? You forever. And there's nothing like a mad woman. What a shame she went mad. You find something to wrap your noose around. Move on, but you know I won't.
Yeah, the chemistry throughout these performances have been on point. I gotta give them that. I like this song. I gave it a star already. Off the rip, she said, does a scorpion sting when fighting back? Hell yeah. Oh man, I was gonna say sound like gaslighting when she was describing the song before she said the word gaslighting, and yeah, there's a lot of I was not saying I am guilty. No, I'm saying there's a lot of people guilty of doing that. Like I've seen it happen before. I mean, an argument, and then the line she was saying I'm crazy makes me more crazy. Like yeah. Saying something to somebody would make them, okay, you think let me be, you know what I mean? Like what she said, you think I'm angry? What she said, saying you're angry will make me angry, or whatever she said, how she said it. You ever heard somebody say, okay, you think I'm angry? I'm going to show you how angry I am. You know what I mean? Then they get angry. That's kind of like, you know what I mean, what I feel like she was referring to, and I like that. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good song.
Imagine what would happen in order to make you just never be able to speak about something.
Wow. I'm telling you, man. I wish you did this for every album. That'd be pretty dope.
Keep your helmet. Crawling off the beaches now. So I think he's bleeding out. What you breathing now. Hold your hand through plastic now. Only 20 minutes to sleep, but you dream of some epiphany.
The gist of that one, I guess, like she was thinking of her grandfather and had an epiphany of like other like heroes who like go day to day, and you don't really quite know like what they're going through, which makes me think like everyone's fighting the battle that like nobody wants to hear. It had me thinking like you ever like gone through something so bad that like you want to forget about it, like you already had your breakdown and everything like that, so like now you're healing. It's like when someone asks you about it, you don't want to talk about it because, you know what I mean, it might break that person and end up breaking you again. So you try to avoid it and leave it off. That's kind of like what that was making me think about. Because like there's a situation obviously that like happened to me, and like I don't want to talk about it because, you know what I mean. And yeah, I feel like everyone has something like that. It doesn't have to be exactly like that, but something like that in your life where like, yeah, I'd rather just leave that alone and like let that stay in the past, because if I bring it up, who knows, you know?
I just heard Joe singing the entire fully formed chorus of Betty, and I really liked that it seemed to be an apology. No, he's been foolish.
No, according to the internet, we don't know what it's about.
He's been foolish.
No, I mean just.
We wrote it. I'm confirming. He's
Well, I don't know who blamed
He was a fool.
Yeah, so, yeah,
He was a
okay.
fool.
Oh man, I like this. It's showing their personality a lot more than I would have like known.
Betty, I won't make assumptions about why you switched your homeroom, but I think it's 'cause of me. You heard the rumors from Inez, you can't believe a word she says. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go myself? Betty, I know where it all went wrong. I saw you dance with him. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me?
Yeah, that right there, that gets a star too. I have reacted to that. My full reaction to that one is on my YouTube channel. I remember I reacted to that because I watched Eras tour, and you know, she was singing that one. I was like, ooh, you know. But yeah, that another version of the love triangle. Well, speaking on the love triangle between James Inez and is it Betty? Yeah, Betty, right? Different title. Duh. But yeah, I like how anyway, the basis of the song is like, you know what I mean, he messed up. You know what I mean? I think it was big of him to try to apologize, but like he realized he lost love of his life, and like he's trying to figure out how to make amends and get that love back. But yeah, like he wants an end, but he doesn't know if the end will work, you know. So he's trying to like figure out the best way. And he said, well, if I show up at your party, I like that. Anywho, if you have my full-on reaction to that song, my YouTube channel is where you guys can go for that one.
I could never give you peace over the most peaceful sounding instrumental track.
Yeah, but that's again
And
my
someone who
interpretation.
you would want to provide with peace. You might not be their best option for that, but is it still a deal they want to take?
Yeah.
I mean, they be talking, man. I'm telling you, goodness gracious. He need to stop. Well, Mom said, shut your mouth and keep on talking.
A coming of age is come and gone. It's just around the corner, darling. All these people think love's for show, but I would die for you in secret. Would it be enough if I can never give you peace? 'Cause there's robbers to the east, clowns to the west. I'd give you my sunshine, give you my best.
Yeah, I like that one too. I get that one to start too. Cause like that's facts, especially like just let's take it from Taylor's perspective. Like obviously she's one of the most hated people in the world. Right? If you're involved with her in any shape or form, Travis Kelce, like you're gonna have like, you know what I mean, it's not gonna be as peaceful as your life once was, you know. He already alright, let's not talk about a relationship because that's like not my business. But you know, if you know, you know. But then we can talk about, oh man, I forgot his name. The other dude's, his perspective about depression and whatnot. And like he's saying like, we'd be okay knowing this because like it's something like I can't control. Like it just happens, you know. And hey, man, hey, that's tough. Like you can. There's so many different situations, and there's people who's just very clingy, who's very insecure. There's people who, you know what I mean, they just, you know what I mean. There's just so many different situations, and like. You gotta know, are you gonna be at peace with the fact that like this is gonna happen in a relationship? If not, you might as well go.
I think with this song being the last song on the album, it kind of embodied all the things that this album was thematically. What if not all of these feelings are about the same person?
My only one, my smoking gun, the only hugs I believe in, stood on the cliffside screaming, give me a reason.
Dang, man. Like, it's kind of hard to like keep talking about songs like when they speak on it at the beginning of it, you know what I mean? Which I enjoy a lot. I like, you know what I mean? I like that a lot. It stops making me think and just I get the pay attention kind of more, and I just look at it, read the lyrics, you know, obviously. But Yeah, man, just that kind of portrayal. She was speaking on different situations, so like, you know what I mean, so you couldn't pinpoint it on one thing unless you like, you know, situations, I guess. But yeah, this is a sense of betrayal from a relationship that would be hard to recover from. She said, "Your faithfulness is a hoax. Your faith, no, my faith. Your faithless love's the only hoax I believe in. You knew you won, so what's the point of keeping score?" Like, oh man, some of this she's talking about, like, you know what I mean. Did she say label or she say company? Oh, was she talking about the dude that took her music and like sold it some? I'm gonna have to come back to this song. I'm gonna have to really like break this one down. Oh goodness.
What I wanted to escape from and where I saw myself escaping. Trying to protect your own sanity and saying, look, they did this hundreds of years ago.
I am not cut out for all these cynical clones. I don't belong. What should be over, burrowed under my skin. I'm setting up, but not without my muse. My calamitous love and insurmountable grief.
It's ending, but let's talk about that song Lakes. Yeah. As they're speaking, I was thinking about like a way to escape, and then they started mentioning like, yeah, and you kind of like, since like that's a great way to close it. She was right not leaving it at hoax, because it kind of did like leaving like a taste like you wanted a little more. You know what I mean? And this is a great way to end it with the Lakes, because like it kind of does generalize the theme of like how this album was like her escape, because during the time period, obviously, you know what I mean, she needed a place to go, and hey, I like that. I like how like one thing can make her think of like a whole song. You know, like that's pretty dang good to me.
It does, because I've got cats fighting in the background.
There was a
On
big
the
cat
bed.
vibe. Yeah.
Guys, stop it. Stop. Stop.
It really was bizarre, but it was at the same time my favorite recording experience.
Oh man, so that was Taylor Swift Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions. Great, that was amazing. Like every time I watch something of Taylor's, I become an even a bigger fan of hers. Like that was pretty dang good, man. Yeah, that whole album, like when you get to see like her perspective of like why she wrote the songs, like how they came about and everything like that, like it makes things I feel like even more impactful and just better in general. I would have to say if I had to give like, okay, there were 17 performances. Let me go top 4. Let me look at this. This is not in any order, by the way. These are just like my favorite 4. Let's do Cardigan, Exile, My Tears, Ricochet. I think I will go with Mirrorball, just cause like, you know what I mean, the basis of it, like how would you be okay if, you know what I mean, I just like that. So yeah, I would probably go with those are my top 4 songs from the album. You guys let me know your top. Give me your top 3 instead of 4, because I feel like 4 is a weird number. I don't know why I did 4. I should have just did 3. I think I did 4 because I couldn't pick between the last 2. But yeah, dang man, that was pretty dang good. I like that. I wish she did more like this, you know. But like, you know what I mean, it was just the time period, and like it was her means of escaping from like what was going on and like that. But now without her muse. But man, that was pretty. I really enjoyed that. It's like both of them, like they were very deep. Like when they were talking, you know, I mean, it made you like appreciate the songs even more when they were talking about it beforehand, and like things they were saying. It's just like, ooh, you know. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want me to break down like why I chose these songs or not. I don't know. A lot of you guys just wanted me to react to like each song, and I kind of gave like a little, you know what I mean, I don't know what the word I'm looking for here, but after each song, I broke it down a little bit. What I could, because like they talk about it beforehand, so like, it kind of like doesn't make sense for me to like go like, oh, this song is about such and such, such and such, if they told us already. But yeah, I gave my little interpretation of it, and then hey, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. I know a lot of you guys want me to react to her album, that she's released. I have not listened to a song from it yet still, so like, you know what I mean, that's coming still, so just be patient with me with that one. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy. Till next time, you guys. Peace.